Good morning, everyone. This is Scott, or the Scott Man, and we're here to do a walking tour of Plymouth, Michigan today. It is a beautiful day out, blue skies, not a single cloud in the sky. What a fantastic day. So we're gonna walk around downtown Plymouth, check out some cool things around the city. It's one of my favorite areas of Metro Detroit, so I'm really excited to film this video today. So we're starting off here at Kellogg Park, but before we do that, let's get the camera off of me so that we're not seeing me the entire time. So let's turn this around. So right now we are in Kellogg Park. This is in the center part of downtown Plymouth. It is a beautiful park, and then, oh yeah, and then right here is a nice little fountain, although it's mid-April, they haven't turned on the fountain yet. Oh well. But yeah, it's a little breezy out today, but at least with the sun being out, it's not too bad. Compared to yesterday, where it was raining pretty much the entire day nonstop with even stronger winds. So I was kind of glad I was inside yesterday. But with all the rain we've seen lately, all the grass is very green. It's like they say, it's like April showers bring May flowers, so we're gonna, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing pretty much a walk around Kellogg Park twice, because I want to show that area around Kellogg Park first, and then of course I'll highlight more of the stuff on the other side of the road. But it's pretty cool that they have a lot of these different displays up here at Kellogg Park. Like a lot of this is for like spring. Just like if you come here around Christmas time, they have a lot of things up for like the holiday season. And if you come here like in late January or early February during a specific weekend, they have a very famous ice festival which takes place here, where you got people making ice sculptures from all over, and it's a pretty cool sight. No pun intended. But yeah, on a beautiful day like this, it's like you definitely want to enjoy Kellogg Park. So we're eventually going to go further north on Main Street for a little bit, but not just yet. So, and then yeah, this little footpath here will take us back over to the fountain. So we're going to walk over here to the cars, and this is the Penn Theatre. This is an icon here in downtown Plymouth. Yeah, what a beautiful theater. So this opened up back in 1941. It was showing many movies over the years. It closed down for a brief period in 2004, but then a couple years later it was reopened, and local residents are doing everything they can to preserve and keep the Penn Theatre open for many more years to come. What a beauty. Okay, so we're going to continue our way back down Penniman Avenue. Oh, and then over there, that's where the farmer's market is held, although it looks like it's from like May to October, so we're kind of early for that. But during the even warmer months, like the summer especially, that's where the farmer's market takes place. As I was saying, yeah, Plymouth is a fantastic community. In fact, my dad even grew up here, like, because my dad was born in Detroit, and I know his family moved around all over the place when he was a little kid, but then eventually settled in the Plymouth area, just on the south side of town, and they lived in Plymouth for a good period of time. Like, my dad even went to high school over, I think it was over at Salem High School, which is over by like Canton Center Road and Joy Road. Because over there you got like 3 high schools. You got Plymouth High School, Canton High School, and Salem High School. It's kind of weird how they have high schools like all next to each other. And then, yeah, Penniman Avenue, if you go the opposite direction of where we were walking earlier, that eventually turns into North Territorial Road, and that heads all the way out to the beautiful countryside, going out to like kind of like the Irish Hills a little bit, like the northern part of it. Going out to like over to like the Hudson Mills Metro Park area. Also to a picnic recreation area. Yeah, got some nice restaurants over there. Big Alora wood-fired cucina. So we're just about back to where we were just a few minutes ago when we were coming back over toward Main Street. So right now we're walking along Ann Arbor Trail. So we'll see a little bit more down Ann Arbor Trail in a little while. And over there you got a lot of different restaurants. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. You got Sun and Snow. That's not a restaurant, but it's a different store. Got some different restaurants over on the other side. Like one really good restaurant is the Sardine Room, which they have a lot of great seafood at the Sardine Room. I remember eating a meal there one time. I think I filmed, I can't remember, I think it was like a restaurant tour. I covered the Sardine Room. They got some great seafood. Got Park Place Gastropub, Highline Inspiring Spirits, Alpine Chocolate House, all kinds of different restaurants. And what's really cool too is that there's spaces for outdoor eating, and we're getting to that time of the year where people will start eating outside, which is fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cross the street this time. So we're gonna continue north on Main Street. And I think we got just enough time to, cross over the road. Okay, so we'll walk down Main Street for a little ways, but then we'll eventually make a U-turn to come back into town a little bit. Or like to the main business district. So a little bit more about the city of Plymouth. So Plymouth, Michigan was settled back in 1825 and was later incorporated in 1867. It then later became a city in 1932, and it was named Plymouth due to its historical ties with Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's a lot of people who were selling in here are coming over from there. So what's cool is that, yeah, so where we were just at the start of the video and where we're going to be going back to in a little bit, that's the main downtown area, but there's another little smaller downtown center further north on the other side of the railroad tracks, which was considered to be the old village, or it's also called Lower Town as well too. And what's really cool too is that over by the old village, off to like to the west or northwest from there, is at least for what I was seeing online, is the only place in Michigan where you have railroad tracks going in all four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. So that's pretty cool. It's like, yeah, despite the cool breeze, it's not all that bad out. The sun is really, really helping with this. So yeah, this is the Baker House here. That is beautiful. I gotta be careful not to get the sun in here. But yeah, all along Main Street, these beautiful historic homes. And then yeah, that is the Plymouth District Library. Looks very, very colonial, I have to say. And yeah, right here you got a nice historical marker. which basically talks about a lot of the different things I was talking about. Yeah, the village of Plymouth was settled in 1825, incorporated in 1867, incorporated as a village in 1867, that is, and then 1932 became a city. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, the Lord Mayor of Plymouth, England, came here in July 1967 to celebrate the centennial of Plymouth, Michigan's incorporation as a village. He and his aides presented this piece of rock from Plymouth, England to the citizens of Plymouth, Michigan, some of whom are descendants of the Pilgrims, which are the ones who settled over in Massachusetts. And the rock taken from the Plymouth Harbor from where the Mayflower sailed in 1620 stands as a symbol of friendship between the two cities. So for what that sign is talking about, it's over there. Unfortunately, they have that gated off right now because I think they're doing some renovation. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Might be a little blurry, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's where that little rock is. It's like I'd love to be able to walk up to it, but yeah, they have it closed off today, which is very, very unfortunate. That's all right, though. So what we'll end up doing is we'll cross the street here at Church Street. And yeah, I believe this is City Hall, which we're at right now. Yep, yeah, this is the City Hall for the city of Plymouth. And also in the same complex, you have the police station and the fire department. And spring is in the air. Just take a look at all the spring bloom which is occurring. Because we started to see some warmer days lately, so trees are finally coming alive. And this is good timing because we're going to go ahead and cross the road here. And this is kind of dangerous because there are no crosswalk symbols here. So it's like you kind of have to cross at your own risk over here. There are crosswalk symbols over back in downtown though, so no worries about that. In fact, we're going to go ahead and cross over here really quick because I want to walk over to the Veterans Memorial Park. So every town or city, typically, especially in the state of Michigan, usually has some kind of a Veterans Memorial Park. And this looks especially beautiful with the trees starting to bloom in here. Yeah, this is very, very well done. But yeah, this is a very, very beautiful memorial here. Pretty much highlighting all the major wars and conflicts the United States has been in since going as far back as the American Revolution. Yeah, you got the American Revolution, the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, the American Civil War, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. And they even put a plaque up here for the Persian Gulf War, like for Desert Storm, also the conflict over in Afghanistan, and then the Iraqi freedom in 2003. A very beautiful memorial, I have to say. And not only that too, but there's some beautiful churches not far from here too. And we got a beautiful looking one over there too. Okay, so we're gonna start to walk back toward downtown, like to the main business district. Oh, another thing too, if you want to learn more about the great history of Plymouth, Michigan, right across the street here at the corner of Main Street and Church Street, we have the Plymouth Historical Museum over there. So yeah, over there you can learn more about the history of the city. And this is good timing. The light just turned green, so we're gonna go ahead and cross the road here. And yeah, there's a better view of the City Hall. So yeah, now that we're walking on this side of the road, we'll be able to get a better view. And yeah, so we'll zoom in a little bit on the City Hall now that we can get a much better view of it. Got a Thai restaurant over there. It's still like the late morning, so it's not gonna be really open yet. Although I can see it possibly opening soon, maybe. Unless they're opening only for like dinner. I don't know. I've never eaten there, so I wouldn't really know. And yeah, there's a better view of the district library, which of course that's where we had that rock from Plymouth, England. Got Dairy King, which is an ice cream parlor here. Doesn't look like they're open yet, but yeah, they got like frozen yogurt, soft serve ice cream. You got flurries, which flurries are basically kind of like how Dairy Queen has the blizzards. You got sundaes, shakes, so all your different frozen treats that you can imagine. Okay, so we're starting to come back into the main business district. So what we'll do is when we get to Penniman Avenue, which is this next traffic light, we'll start heading down Penniman going to the west, because we're gonna get off Main Street for a little bit. We'll be coming back down to Main Street near the very end of this walking tour, because we're gonna end up back at Kellogg Park to conclude this video. Yeah, there aren't too many people out this morning, but I'm sure that'll change as the day progresses because it's gonna start warming up even more than it is now. Okay, so we are back in the downtown and you got Kellogg Park back over there. That's where we started this video today. And we will make a right turn here. Okay, and we got some businesses over on that side of the road. Sean O'Callahan's Public House. Got J Mini Hair Studio. So a lot more different stores. Oh, got a On Time, looks like a store you can buy some watches, including Rolex, or I think you can buy Rolex there, or at least you can get your Rolex watch repaired there. And then you got Simply Fresh Mediterranean Grill. They don't open until 12 o'clock, but they got Mediterranean food there. Pizza Vino for pizza. And over here you got trying to walk carefully, not so. Got the Post Local Bistro. Lots of really cool restaurants in here. And then pan back over this way. Got looks like a salon in there, a Diamond Home Care. Looks like there's even some apartments up on the upper levels. And then we have the post office for Plymouth. Well, at least it looks like I think it's the old post office building, I should say. Because this is, yeah, Westbourne Market. And now that wind's picking up a little bit. Yeah, so the actual post office, I believe, is somewhere else because, yeah, they turned the old building into Westbourne Market. And you got Plymouth Coffee Bean. It's a place you can get some coffee here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll cross the road here. So we're now at the corner of Penniman and Harvey. So if we're to continue further west on Penniman, that would basically just go by a bunch of residences, and then, yeah, we're safe to cross because the light is currently green as you go up and down Harvey. Yep, so here's the actual post office. So it was originally in the building where Westbourne Market is now, and they built a separate building over here for the post office for Plymouth. And if you're looking to find a place to park, there are many different places where you can park your car. There's areas like right along like Main Street or Penniman Avenue where you can park for up to 2 hours, although I think it's unlimited on Sundays. But you got a parking garage over here. Yeah. So yeah, parking garage over here, and it's absolutely free to park there. I don't think there's a time limit there either. So I remember parking my car in there before when I've had to park here for a longer period of time. So other than a few homes and some small businesses in here and then a medical center, there's not really a whole lot on Harvey, but this is en route to some additional businesses and restaurants. So I figure it's a nice way to show a bit more of downtown Plymouth than just Main Street. In fact, if we would have made a turn over where the parking garage is, we'd be not really going in a back alley. We'd be going like behind all the different businesses that were along Penniman and Main Street. So there wasn't anything much worth seeing there. Okay, so we are now at Ann Arbor Trail. Ann Arbor Trail that way also will take you down toward the residential areas and eventually connects with Ann Arbor Road, and it makes its way west toward the city of Ann Arbor. I need to do like a walking tour of Ann Arbor sometime. I think that'd be really cool to do. Got another Thai restaurant over there, Thai House Cuisine. That place is currently open right now. They have Thai and sushi. Nice combination, by the way. Have some pad Thai, get maybe like a sushi roll. That'd be a really good meal. Gigi's, I don't know how you say the name. It's a girl thing. If you don't believe me, that's what it says on the sign. Home Interior Warehouse, Hometown Realtors. So it's like every time I do these walking tours, like you pass by different real estate buildings where it's like again, if you're looking for a home, it's like, yeah, there are plenty of realtors here. Maggie and Me, Creatopia, we got a pottery store, Radiant Fine Jewelry. Candy shop with chocolates. And I think we're gonna go ahead and cross the road over here. I might wait a moment though. There's some cars that are coming through here. And yeah, that intersection over there, that is Main Street. Yep. Got an artisan bakery here. Let's walk up really quick. Got some fresh made bread. That looks fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna need to cross the road here. Of course, I might have picked a bad time because we got a lot of cars that are. Okay, they're letting me across, so that's good. So this is another cool road in here. This is Forest Avenue. This is a small one-way street where you have a lot of different businesses and restaurants. In fact, there's a lot I want to show on that side of the road. So we're going to go ahead and cross over the road here, so that way we don't get the sun in this view. Yeah, that's a lot better. Unfortunately, it's because I'm in the shade now, it's going to feel a lot colder and windier, apparently. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but in fact, I may have to walk in the road because it's traffic. I don't think is going to be too crazy, so I think we'll be able to be okay. So we got a pizza spot. That's what it's called, by the way. Get pizza slices, stromboli. Got an Indian restaurant right next door. Dressed up. It's a lot of different businesses along in here. Global Automation Technologies. I'm going to have to get over because someone is coming now. Very slowly, but we're good now. So we're going to go ahead and progress here. Old World Olive Company. All kinds of different businesses along in here. Yeah, I like how I'm not the only one walking in the middle of the road like this. Yep, sideways. Three Dog Bakery. So we have a bakery for dogs. So it's a little pet store, so that's pretty cool. Got the takeout box for some Asian fusion food. And yeah, it's like for that where the Three Dog Bakery is, it's like they got, that's a part of Westchester Square. They got, if I can talk, a lot of businesses in there too. Looks like maybe even a toy store. And then you got a Barrio Cocina y a Tequileria. Having a hard time saying that one. Great Mexican food. Matter of fact, I even ate there one time for a restaurant tour. They had some really good Mexican food. And then, man, that sun's really bright today. State of Comics, got bubble tea and ice cream in there. Forest Place Optical. Yeah, more shops for Westchester Square over there. Got a barber shop and a spa center. So we're gonna go ahead and walk in here, almost to the end of the road. We'll come back over here momentarily. So we'll walk up this way. So additional shops over here at the Westchester Square. And there's additional parking over here too. Although you may have to pay close attention to some of the signs because it might be for certain businesses. So you may have to be a little careful here. And then over there, that is Maya's Deli. So that is a really good deli where you can get some great sandwiches. I remember going there about 3 years ago. where I was doing like a restaurant tour. I think it was like a restaurant tour of different delis around Metro Detroit you could check out. And I remember covering Maya's Deli, and they had some really good food. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and walk back over this way. We'll stay on the sidewalk here this time because we're almost to the end. But yeah, a lot of different businesses, restaurants over in here. Another little parking area. So yeah, the parking area right to our right, yeah, it's like it's free public parking, and I think I saw a sign showing an 8-hour limit, which that's usually plenty of time. Okay, so we'll get off Forest Avenue. Now we're on Wing Street. We're gonna walk back over to Main Street, which is the next block this way. And then we'll start making our way back to Kellogg Park, and we'll get ready to start wrapping up to wrap up the video. So yeah, this is not gonna be a very long walking tour. But yeah, it's like I want to show more of these different communities around Metro Detroit. Because whether you're here visiting Detroit, the Metro Detroit area for like the weekend, or if you live in Metro Detroit and you are looking for something to do to make the best out of your weekend, yeah, definitely check out all these different communities all around the area for some great shopping, great dining. It's like you don't have to necessarily plan an extravagant trip for your weekend. So it's like, yeah, you're more than welcome to go off to another part of the country, go fly somewhere Friday evening, come back Sunday night. I do that too, but there's always options close to home too. It's like whether you live here, we'll cross the road here. So it's like, yeah, whether you are visiting from somewhere else for the weekend, or you live here, it's like, yeah, definitely have to check out communities like Plymouth. And sometimes just going for a walk just to do some window shopping is always a cool idea. It's a great way to pass the time. And also take your dog for a walk too. But yeah, here on my YouTube channel, that's what I've been trying to promote for a very long time. It's like all these different cool travels you can do. It's like, especially for like weekend travel, because as you know me, it's like, yeah, I work full time during the week, so I pretty much only travel during the weekend, holidays, and anytime I use vacation days. So it's like I'm a big time weekend traveler. And after either being cooped up in an office or at my home office, because I work a hybrid schedule, meaning that I'm like 2 or 3 days a week I work in the office, and the rest of the week I'm working from home. So always give me something to look forward to. Like once the weekend arrives, it's time to go off and travel, whether it's doing something local or going out to someplace elsewhere in Michigan, or heading down to Texas, or even just doing like a weekend getaway somewhere, just going like a little quick road trip. And yeah, this is really fancy over here. Got some businesses on the ground level, and then as you go up to the upper 2 levels, you got apartments. Ones in the highest level even have, the second highest level technically, you got balconies. Yep, I can feel that breeze now. Yogurt Palooza, self-serve. Don't really see much of anything in there though, so I don't know if it's something coming soon or if it's no longer in business. I have no idea. There used to be a Panera Bread over at the corner there, but that closed down, I think a while ago. And we are back to the corner of Main Street and Ann Arbor Trail, and there is Kellogg Park. So we have covered a lot of ground in this walking tour today. So we'll go ahead and we'll wait till the light turns green, and then we can go ahead and cross the road. And then if you look down that way, that's where we were maybe like 7 minutes or so before we went down Forest Avenue. So now we'll go ahead and we'll cross the road. And we are back to Kellogg Park. Yeah, Plymouth, Michigan is a beautiful community here. It's located almost due west of downtown Detroit. It's part of the western suburbs of the Metro Detroit area. You definitely have to check out Plymouth, Michigan here, whether you're just visiting for the weekend or if you live in Metro Detroit and need something to do one day in the weekend, or even just an evening, like even an evening after work. This is a great spot to go, like to get something to eat, as well as to shop, or even just go for a walk. That's what essentially we did just now with this walking tour. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up the video. So I'm gonna turn it back over to me. There we go, there I am. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this walking tour of Plymouth, Michigan. It's a beautiful community. You have to check it out sometime. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out here from Plymouth, Michigan.